Audio. No audio. Audio at all. Audio. All right, mic mute. TikTok. Audio 1, 2. Oh, it is working. That is really loud. Turn that down so it doesn't pick up in the headphones. Okay, let's see if this is going to work, how this delay is going to work. I'm going to start with event number 8. It's going to be Watertown YMCA Blue Sharks. It's the boys 13 and over 200-yard medley relay. Your first one will be Cade, second will be Jayton, third will be Robert, and fourth will be Jameson. Watertown is the only one competing in this, so final time will be theirs. All right, we'll have to lose a little bit of the pool in order to get the scoreboard, so I hope that's not a problem. check this mute button and see if it. Two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Mute button works. Okay, how is it down here? It's actually not terrible. All right, good morning, everybody. We're starting with event number 8. Oh, that is loud in my ears. Hold on. Sorry. All right, event number 8 is going to be the over 200 yard, or excuse me, it's boys 13 and over to 200-yard medley relay. The other ones participating right now are the Watertown YMCA Blue Sharks. Your first swimmer will be Cade. Your second will be Jayton. Your third will be Robert. And your fourth will be Jameson. Right now, we're listening to the national anthem. Okay. Let the meet begin. All right, for those of you watching, this is my first time actually commentating on a swim meet. So if I do or say something stupid, please let me know. My ignorance is accidental. All right, we got our first swimmer in the water, which is Cade, and off he goes. Again, this is the boys 13 and over 200-yard medley relay. Swimmers are out of Watertown. And here goes Jayden. And we have Robert in the water now. Final swimmer Jameson for the final lap of the boys 13 and over 200-yard medley relay. Strong finish by Jameson, who's the youngest one out of the 4. Next is mixed 8 and under 100-yard freestyle. Again, only Watertown will be competing in this. And it's going to be Josephine. Okay, I think I see two swimmers here, but I only have one on my list. So please don't be angry with me. Okay, I think he's just swimming just to swim. We'll find out here. Josephine is up for the mixed 8 and under 100-yard freestyle. All right, event number 14 is mixed 9 to 12 200-yard freestyle. Lane 2 is going to be Kyler, lane 3 is Kate, lane 4 is Vivian, and lane 5 is Gavin. Lane 3 with a strong lead. It's going to be Kate from Norwich. She comes in to finish up. So mixed 9 to 12, 200-yard freestyle. It's going to be Kate out of Norwich, 236 over 14. Event number 17, girls 13 and over 200-yard freestyle. Lane 2 is Alice from Norwich. Lane 3 is Maya from Watertown. And 4 is Ellie from Watertown. All right, finishing up girls 13 and over 200-yard freestyle is going to be Lane 3. Watertown is Maya. Time of 228 over 64. Okay, up next, event number 18. Nope, excuse me. Event, yeah, event 18. Sorry. It's going to be Lane 2, Robert out of Watertown. Lane 3, Timothy out of Norwich. And Blake in Lane 4 out of Watertown. All right, to finish up event 18, boys 13 and over 200-yard freestyle. Our finisher in lane 4 is Blake out of Watertown with 212 over 54. Next for event 21 to be mixed 8 and under 100-yard. It's going to be Emma and Clay, both out of Watertown. And they're off. Emma is holding on to her lead halfway through. Emma finishes up strong out of Watertown with a time of it went away. 153 over 3. Good job, Emma. Event 23, girls 9 to 10, 100-yard. Lane 2 is going to be Laura. Lane 3 is going to be Reagan. Lane 4 is going to be Jalen Grace. Lane 2 and 3 out of Norwich. Lane 4, Watertown. And they're off. Regan out of Norwich with a very strong start. Regan in the final turn. Norwich in a victory, lane 3 with Regan Akins. Event 23 coming up, boys 9, 10, 100 yard. We're going to have Lawton in lane 2 out of Norwich, Matthew lane 3 out of Watertown, and Carter lane 4 out of Watertown. And they're off. Matthew Watertown lane 3 has a strong lead. Matthew, an impressive finish coming in lane 3 out of Watertown. Well done, sir. All right, event number 26, boys 11 and over, 200 yard. Lane 2 is going to be Colson, lane 3, Robert, lane 4, Jayton. All of these young men are going to be out of Watertown. Ooh, lane 4 coming in at the very last there. That's going to be Jayton, and Jayton taking the win over Robert. Event 31 is next. That's going to be girls 8 and under, 25-yard freestyle. Lane 1 is going to be Sloan Norwich. Lane 2 is Nora Norwich. Lane 3 is Emma Norwich. Lane 4, Josephine at Watertown. And lane 5 is going to be Aisha, also out of Watertown. And that 25-yard freestyle is just going to be from left to right, and they will complete at the other end. That's why you see these people moving. Right now, it appears that we have this is going to be the first heat. So it appears that our seed time for our competitor that wants to do the best is going to be Emma lane 3 for just shy of 18 seconds. Let's see how she does. Hey, lane 3 and Emma right out in front doing what she wanted to. See how she does. All right, she was pretty close to what she wanted to do. Heat 2 is going to be lane 2 Willa, lane 3 Ava, and lane 4 Elisa Beda, all out of Norwich. Elisa Beda? I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Okay, here we go. Looks like we're doing lane 4 and lane 2. I'm assuming these are still Willa and Elisa Beta. Okay, lane 4, strong finish. We are headed into event 32, boys 8 and under, 25-yard freestyle. Again, this will be left to right. Lane 1 through 6 are scheduled, and they are as follows. Lane 1, Sebastian out of Norwich. Lane 2, Watertown is Clay. Lane 3 is Gideon out of Norwich. Lane 4 is Grayson out of Watertown. Lane 5 is Kevin out of Norwich. And lane 6 is Jack out of Norwich. Good luck, boys. All right, well done, gentlemen. Did not see the finish. I had stepped away, and I apologize for that. Event 33, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard freestyle. We have a loaded deck again, 1 through 6. Audrey out of Watertown in lane 1. Lane 2 is Melina out of Norwich. Lane 3 is going to be Nora out of Norwich. Lane 4 is Adeline Norwich. Lane 5, Ellie Norwich. And lane 6 is Maya out of Watertown. Good luck, ladies. Now all our timers are back on the left side of the deck instead of the right. The right was for 25. Now they are on the left. These young ladies will swim left to right, then right to left to finish out the 50. Lane 3 with a strong lead. Nora coming in at 30 over 08. Well done, Nora. You hit your seed time. Next on the deck of event 34, boys 9 to 10, 50-yard freestyle. Lane 2 will be Micah out of Watertown. Lane 3, Matthew out of Watertown. Lane 4, Sebastian out of Norwich. And lane 5, Killian out of Norwich. Good luck, boys. Matthew, lane 3, 33 over 91. Well done, sir. Next on the deck, event 35, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard freestyle. Addison out of Watertown in lane 1, Vivian out of Watertown, lane 2. The rest will be out of Norwich, Maggie lane 3, Kate lane 4, and Zoe lane 5. Good luck, ladies. Maggie, well done. Lane 3 hit her seed time. Okay, start of event 36, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard freestyle. This is a one of two heat. First heat 1 through 6. Simon from Norwich, lane 1. Kyler Kyler lane 2 out of Watertown. Griffin lane 3 Watertown. Clinton lane 4 Watertown. Alexandru lane 5 Norwich, and Stefan lane 6 out of Norwich. And Griffin out of Watertown lane 3 with a strong finish. Heat 2 will be lane 2, Owen Norwich. Lane 3, Joseph. Lane 4, Maverick. And lane 5, Noah. Off they go. Right, Joseph finishing up with 40 over 8.4, much faster than his seed time. Well done, sir. Next is event 37, girls 13 and over 50-yard freestyle. All of these young ladies will be out of Norwich. Lane 1 is Laura Macalunas. And we've got lane 2, Maria, lane 3, Alice, lane 4, Madison, and lane 5, Bella. And they're off. Lane 3 and 4 fighting pretty hard here toward the end. It's got Alice and Madison earning it. And Alice comes in just ahead of Madison. Well done, ladies. Next up will be a 2-heat event as well. Event 38, boys 13 and over 50-yard freestyle. Lane 1 is Norwich. It's going to be Desmond. And lane 2 through 6 are all out of Watertown. Jayton, Sawyer, Blake, Christopher, and Cade. Good luck, boys. Oh, this is really close. Lane 3 and 4 fighting hard. And I think Blake's going to take it in lane 4. And he does. Well done. Blake beating out Sawyer by just a second. Not even. Heat 2. Everybody out of Watertown for lane 2 and 3, Robert and Jameson. Lane 4 is going to be Aiden and Nicholas out of Norwich. Good luck, boys. Ooh, lane 2's fighting for it. Did he get him? Yeah, lane 2 got him. Well done, Robert, beating out Jameson. All right, that was event 38. We're going into event 41, mixed 8 and under 25-yard butterfly. So they'll only be swimming left to right. Our timers are moving down to the other end of the pool. Lane 3 out of Watertown is going to be Emma, and lane 4 is going to be Clay out of Watertown as well. Good luck. Emma's going to hold on to her lead and finish in front on lane 3. Event 43 is coming up, mixed 9 to 10 50-yard butterfly. Lane 2 out of Watertown is going to be Gavin. Lane 3, Regan out of Norwich. And lane 4 out of Watertown is going to be Jaylene Grace. Good luck, y'all. Thank you. Okay, Regan, lane 3. Well done. Strong finish. Going into event 45 mixed 11 to 12, 50-yard butterfly. Lane 2 out of Norwich is going to be Joseph. Lane 3 out of Watertown, Griffin. And lane 4, Maggie out of Norwich. Lane 4, Maggie coming in really strong, 33 over 1. Griffin coming in right behind at 36 over 48. Joseph trailing to finish out event 45. Event 47 is next. It's going to be mixed 13 and over 100-yard butterfly. Lane 2 is going to be Sawyer out of Watertown, Robert out of Watertown, and Ellie out of Watertown. Lane 2, 3, and 4. Good luck, y'all. Lane 2, nope. Where are we? Why am I messed up right now? Yeah, lane 2, Sawyer. Well done, Sawyer. My apologies. I was looking at the wrong event. Event 51, girls 8 and under, 50-yard freestyle. Lane 2 out of Norwich is going to be Nora. Lane 8, lane 3, Emma out of Norwich. And lane 4, Aisha out of Watertown. All right, lane 3, Emma out of Norwich with a time of 42 over 12. Good Event 52 coming up, boys 8 and under 50-yard freestyle. Gideon will be in lane 3 out of Norwich, and Kevin lane 4 out of Norwich. Good luck, boys. Lane 3 out of Norwich, Gideon, the finish of 50 over 57. Event 53, girls 9 to 10, 100-yard freestyle is coming up. Lane 2 out of Watertown is going to be Maya. Lane 3 is going to be Adeline out of Norwich, and lane 4 will be Ellie out of Norwich. Good luck, girls. Adeline out of Norwich, lane 3, hit her seed time by 5 seconds. Well done, young lady. Event 54 is next. Going to be boys 9 to 10, 100-yard freestyle. I'll update you guys when they start to get on the blocks here. Lane 1, 2, and 3 will be out of Norwich. Lane 1, Killian. Lane 2, Sebastian. And lane 3, Lawton. Lane 4 is Carter out of Watertown. And lane 5 is Mika out of Watertown. Good luck, boys. All right, lane 3 is going to be Lawton. Well done, sir. 124 over 33. And finishing up lane 5 here in a few seconds. And then we'll be on to event 55, which will be girls 11 to 12 100-yard freestyle. All right, up next, event number 55, girls 11 to 12 100-yard freestyle. Lane 3 out of Norwich is going to be Kate, and lane 4 out of Watertown will be Addison. Good luck, ladies. Lane 3, Kate, with a time of 31 over 79. Good job, Kate. Event number 56 is next, boys 11 12 100-yard freestyle. Lane 1 out of Norwich is going to be Simon. Lane 2, Watertown, Kyler. Lane 3, Colson, Watertown. Lane 4, Griffin out of Watertown. And lane 5, Alexandru out of Norwich. Good luck. Okay, so I missed that, and I apologize. I was watching out of the corner of my eye. Kate did finish lane 3, and she finished with 109 over 18. That was the split earlier. Just a joke. Haha. But we're coming back into event 56. Boys 11 to 12, as they were before. Okay, apologies for that earlier there. I got sidetracked, and I don't know how commentators are able to have two conversations at once because I am most certainly not capable of that. All right, event 56, like I said before, boys 11 to 12, 100-yard freestyle. Simon in lane 1, Kyler lane 2, 3 is Colson, lane 4 is Griffin, and Alexandru in lane 5. Good luck, boys. For anybody watching at home unsure of lane numbers, it's 1 through 6. I don't think we're using 6. 1 is at the bottom, 2 just above that, 3 in the middle, 4, 5, and 6. 6 is at the top. Lane 3 is Colson out of Watertown with a time of 106 over 1-2. Well done, sir. And next on the blocks will be, hold on, is this heat 102? Yep, it is. Sorry. All right. Heat 2 of event 56. We'll have on block lane 2 will be Owen out of Norwich. Lane 3, Stefan out of Norwich. Lane 4, Maverick out of Norwich. Good luck, boys. Lane 3 and 4 keeping it close. I believe that Stefan's going to pull out in front a little bit here. Yeah, that was a great swim, boys. Well done. Stefan out of Norwich, lane 3, takes it with 138 over 82. Good job, boys. All right, event 57. Girls 13 and over, step into the block. We got Bella out of Norwich, lane 2. Maya Watertown, lane 3. Maria Norwich, lane 4. And Laura, lane 5, out of Norwich as well. Lane 3 coming in with 107 over 03. It'll be Maya out of Watertown. Good job, young lady. The next event will be event 58. It's going to be boys 13 and over, the 100-yard freestyle. There will be 2 heats. And the first heat will be lane 1 will be Jameson out of Watertown. Lane 2 will be Blake out of Watertown. Lane 3 will be Timothy out of Norwich. Lane 4, Christopher out of Watertown. Lane 5, Desmond out of Norwich. And Robert in lane 6. That will be the first of 2 heats for event 58, boys 13 and over, 100-yard freestyle. And I see we have somebody watching down in Kentucky, and I got to imagine it's just as cold down there right now as it is up here. I've got some friends in Tennessee that are saying it's pretty gross. So for Mama and Papa, hope y'all are staying warm, and we will let Sloan know that you are watching. First heat of event 58 is running. Lane 2 and 3 putting up a fight there all the way to the end, and it's going to be lane 2 with the 57 over 98. It's going to be Blake out of Watertown. Well done, sir. Okay, heat 2. Lane 2 is going to be Cade out of Watertown. Lane 3, Nicholas out of Norwich, and Sawyer out of Watertown in lane 4. Sawyer out of Watertown has a very strong lead. Yeah, Sawyer lane 4, 55 over 27. Well done, brother. Next event 61, mixed 13 and over, 500-yard freestyle. It's going to be a long swim. We got lane 2, Ellie out of Watertown. Lane 3, Norwich is going to be Madison. And lane 4, Aiden out of Norwich. Good luck, y'all. I'm not mistaken, the Gloria Houston looks familiar. Maybe our live stream of the turkey trot. Were you throwing comments out there as well, Mama and Papa? Well, good. Now I don't feel bad doing these live streams. At least somebody's watching, and all the way from Kentucky. Where in Kentucky y'all at? Northern Kentucky. Gotcha. I used to live there in Columbus and did some work down in Cincinnati. I was down there for a bodybuilding tournament just a few weeks ago. Oh, appreciate y'all watching and the support. Thank you so much. Trying to get word to Salone. Y'all are watching. Oh, thank you. Oh, all right. 5 miles. So you're just out near the airport, then I imagine. Excellent. Well, thanks again for watching. I appreciate y'all. And they're getting ready to wrap up here in this very long 500-yard freestyle. And it appears that lane two would be Ellie from Watertown, taking it at 7:27 over 44. Well done. Event 65 for our people down in Kentucky. Heat one of two. It's going to be lane one at Watertown, Aisha, excuse me. Lane two, Ava out of Norwich. Lane three, Emma out of Norwich. Lane four, Emma out of Watertown. And lane five is going to be Sloan in Norwich. This is girls 8 and under, 25-yard backstroke. So 25 yards, they will be going left to right and stopping. All right, again, this is event 65, girls 8 and under 25-yard backstroke, heat 1 of 2. I do believe the timer stopped, but I do believe lane 4 was Emma out of Watertown beating out Emma out of Norwich in lane 3, and then Sloan and Ava. Heat 2 will be lane 2, Elisabetta, Norwich, Norwa, lane 3, Norwich. And lane 4 will be Willa in Norwich. I said Norwa because I could hear myself saying Norwich. I apologize. Her name is Nora. Event 65, heat 2, girls 8 and under 25-yard backstroke. Looks like our strong finisher will be in lane 3, Nora out of Norwa. Come on, man. Nora out of Norwich. Event 66, boys 8 and under 25-yard backstroke will be starting here shortly. This will also be a left to right event. Lane 2 out of Norwich will be Jack. Lane 3, Grayson out of Watertown. Lane 4 will be Kevin out of Norwich. And lane 5 will be Sebastian out of Norwich. Good luck, boys. Again, this is event 66, boys 8 and under 25-yard backstroke. It's like Grayson in lane 3 out of Watertown is going to take the win, which puts us up to event 67, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke. There will be lane 1, Watertown is Jalen Grace. Lane 2, Adeline out of Norwich. Lane 3 is Norwa out of Norwich. I'm gonna get this right. It's Nora, not Norwa. Lane 4 is gonna be Laura out of Norwich. Lane 5 is Melina out of Norwich. And lane 6 out of Watertown is gonna be Audrey. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm not doing this on purpose. What happens is there's about a half a second to a second delay while I'm talking. So when I say Norwich and then I get to Nora, I'm hearing Norwich in my headset and I'm saying Nor as it comes out. So I promise it won't happen again. Event 67, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke. Good luck, ladies. And Nora out of Norwich, lane 3, with a commanding finish of 36 over 22. Well done, young lady. Event 68, boys 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke. Lane 2 will be Sebastian out of Norwich. Lane 3 will be Gavin out of Watertown. Lane 4, Carter out of Watertown. And lane 5 will be Micah out of Watertown. Good luck, boys. And finishing up event 68 in lane 3 from Watertown is Gavin. Well done, sir. Event 69, girls 11 and 12, 50-yard backstroke. Going to be lane 3 will be Vivian from Watertown and Zoe, lane 4 in Norwich. All right, event 69, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke is just going to be Vivian out of Watertown. Seed time a little over 47 seconds. Let's see how she does. She is crushing it right now. Oh, yeah. Outstanding. 39 over 2. Well done, young lady. All right. Event 70, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke. Lane 2, Noah out of Norwich. Lane 3 would be Clinton out of Watertown. Lane 4 is going to be Maverick out of Norwich. And lane 5 will be Carlson out of Watertown. This is event 70, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke. Lane 5, Watertown, Coulson with a strong, strong finish of 37 over 08. Event 71 mixed 13 and over 100-yard backstroke is next. Jameson Lane 2, Watertown. That'd be Maria Lane 3, Norwich. And Bella Lane 4, Norwich. Event 71 mixed 13 and over 100-yard backstroke. Jameson out of Watertown, Lane 2 with a finish of 133 over 03. Well done, sir. All right, we're waiting for event 75 to start. Will be a mixed 8 and under 25-yard backstroke. So this will be a left to right only. So you'll see our timers will move on the deck from left to right here in just a few seconds. I'm having a total first world problem right now because I have a Dubai chocolate and strawberry croissant that was bought to me that I cannot eat. I drank a Red Bull, so I'm trying not to burp on this live feed. And I have to use the restroom. So I have not really factored in all the things that I need in life right now. So the next feed will be better, I promise, and that'll be in January. So we are getting ready to start. Event 75 mixed 8 and under 25-yard breaststroke. Lane 2 will be Sebastian, Norwich. Lane 3 will be Gideon, Norwich. And lane 4 will be Josephine from Watertown. Good luck, y'all. All right, this is event 75. And it looks like Gideon out of Norwich will finish ahead. Our next event will be event 77. That's girls 9 to 10, 50-yard breaststroke. Lane 1 will be Audrey out of Watertown. Lane 2, Regan out of Norwich. Lane 3, Nora out of Norwich. Lane 4, Laura out of Norwich. Lane 5, Melina out of Norwich. And lane 6, Maya out of Watertown. Good luck, ladies. And this is the start of event 77, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard breaststroke. Lane 3 will be Nora out of Norwich with a very, very good finish of 40 over 43. Well done, young lady. Event 78 is next, boys 9 to 10, 50-yard breaststroke. We'll have Matthew in lane 3 in Watertown, from Watertown, excuse me, and lane 4 will be Norwich Lawton. This is event 78, boys 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke. Lane 3 is Matthew out of Watertown, and lane 4 is Lawton out of Norwich. Lawton is trying very hard to catch Matthew, but we believe that Matthew, yes, he will finish first with a time of 50 over 07, lane 3. Well done. Next event, 79. Event 79, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard breaststroke, will be Maggie, lane 3 out of Norwich, and lane 4 is Addison out of Watertown. And Kentucky Mama Pop Off, y'all are still with us. Sloane did see your messages. We didn't get a chance to get her in front of the camera before she swam, but she knows you're watching. Lane 3, Maggie out of Norwich with a finishing time of 38 over 24. Our next event will be event 80, event 80, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard breaststroke. Lane 1, lane 2 will be Alexandru from Norwich. Lane 3 will be Clinton from Watertown. And lane 4 will be Stefan from Norwich. Good luck, boys. Event 80, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard breaststroke is going to finish up with lane 3, Clinton out of Watertown with a time of 44 over 89. Event 81, girls 13 and over, 100-yard breaststroke. Just going to be lane 3 with Maya out of Watertown. We're finishing up event 81, Maya out of Watertown with a finishing time in lane 3 of 133 over 9. Good job, Maya. Event 82 will be boys 13 and over, 100-yard breaststroke. Lane 1 will be Desmond out of Norwich. Lane 2 will be Robert out of Watertown. Lane 3, Christopher out of Watertown. Lane 4, Cade out of Watertown. Lane 5 will be Jayton out of Watertown. And lane 6, Nicholas out of Norwich. Good luck, boys. Event 82, boys 13 and over, 100-yard breaststroke. Finishes up with lane 3 being Christopher out of Watertown with a time of 1:17 over 5. Great job, sir. Okay, event 87 will be our final event. It will be the mixed 9 to 12 200-yard freestyle relay. So lane 2 is going to be Norwich. Ellie will be your first swimmer. Laura will be your second swimmer. Milena will be your third. And Adeline will be your fourth. Lane 3, Watertown. Gavin will be your first swimmer. Micah will be your second swimmer. Carter will be your third swimmer. Matthew will be your fourth swimmer. Lane 4, Watertown. Griffin, first swimmer. Kyler, second swimmer. Clinton, third swimmer. And Colson, your fourth swimmer. Lane 5 will be Norwich. Your first swimmer will be Owen. Second swimmer will be Joseph. Simon will be your third. And Alexandru will be your fourth. Good luck, everyone. This is event 87, mixed 9 to 12, 200-yard freestyle relay, and this is the last event of the day. Ellie, Gavin, Griffin, and Owen in the pool right now. On the blocks are Laura, Mika, Kyler, and Joseph. In the water right now are Laura, Mika, Kyler, and Joseph. Clinton is now on the water lane 4. Melina, lane 2, is now in the water. Lane 5, Simon. Lane 3, Matthew. Adeline, lane 2, is now in the water. Lane 4 finishes strong with a time of 2:13.90. I probably screwed up who's in the water somewhere here, but Adeline, Matthew, Colston, and Alexander were the ones to finish out. Lane 4, Watertown with the win. Have a great day, y'all, and have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for staying with me, and thank you for being patient.